To understand the issue of Jharkhand tribes and tribes all over the country, let's go back to 1689 Europe. That's when a man named John Locke published a hypothetical. If the earth belongs to everyone, how can one person own it? Valid question. But his answer to it was labor. He basically said that labor, like cultivating the land, transforms nature into something more valuable and therefore gives you a moral claim to it. And using that same logic, he contrasted European cultivated land with what he saw as the uncultivated land of Native Americans, implying that they had a lesser claim to it because of that. But the problem is, who gets to decide what counts as valuable? The thing is, they didn't really understand the relationship Native Americans had with their land. It didn't always fit neatly into the European idea of individually owned property. Calling land property changes how we see it psychologically. It creates a separation from an ecosystem and a home to a worthy asset, which then allows us to exploit it. It can then be bought, divided, mined, and built upon. But ecosystems don't really work like that. There is a give and take. You take something from them, and eventually you have to give something back. And you know who has spent generations learning what that relationship looks like? Our Adivasi communities. People who have lived in particular landscapes for generations, accumulating knowledge of their forests, water, seasons, and resources. But rather than taking that knowledge from them, we are instead increasingly taking away their land from them. The same land that their lives and communities have been tied to for generations. Adivasi communities can teach us resilience. They can teach us different ways of living with a landscape. But more than anything, they remind us that just demarcating land, documenting it, buying it, or using it for its resources doesn't necessarily tell us everything about the land. Maybe the question isn't who owns the land. Maybe it's who belongs to it. Not who has the papers, but who cares for it.
गाँव छोड़ब नहीं, जंगल छोड़ब नहीं, माय माटी छोड़ब नहीं, लड़ाई छोड़ब नहीं। गाँव छोड़ब नहीं, जंगल छोड़ब नहीं, माय माटी छोड़ब नहीं, लड़ाई छोड़ब नहीं। बांध बनाए, गाँव डुबोए, कारखाना बनाए, जंगल काटे, खादान कोड़े, सेंचुरी बनाए।